Hello everyone, this is Channel 1 News, and today, on June 20th, 2002, we are reporting some very tragic news. An American biochemist named Erwin Chargaff has died today. And in honor of him, we are going to reflect on his life and see the way he changed how we look at DNA through his many discoveries. And let's begin by talking about Chargaff's childhood. Chargaff was born in the provincial capital of Austria-Hungary. This place is now considered Ukraine. Erwin Chargaff was born into a relatively wealthy family, as his dad owned a bank. But when he was 5 years old, his dad started losing money because of the fact that his employees were embezzling money from his bank. Even though his dad was losing money, his family still decided to ship him to Vienna to get a better education. Here he went to one of the most prestigious schools and got a fantastic education that allowed him to know what he knows about chemistry today. The university he went to was actually the University of Vienna, and here he studied chemistry. His first discoveries were with a bunch of scientists, where he just discovered some minor things, and then he went by himself in Berlin for a year, and was able to discover other small discoveries like two-branch chain fatty acids and simple things like that. However, Chargaff was inspired when he would by research carried out by Oswald Avery and his colleagues at New York Rockefeller Institute. The Avery-McLeod-McCarty experiment suggested that genes and heredity code passed from parents to offspring were actually made of DNA. Many scientists denied this discovery made by Oswald Avery, but this is why Chargaff decided to dedicate all of his time and research to this. It was all because of this one discovery from Avery. However, when Chargaff decided to dedicate all of his time to he was able to make many major discoveries. And Chargaff's first major discovery was the proportions of bases in DNA and how they depend on the species the DNA come from. This was a major breakthrough for scientists, and many scientists thought differently until that point. However, Chargaff's biggest discovery in all of his time came through paper chromatography. This is where scientists can separate out chemical substances found within a solution. He did this and separated out the 4 nucleic acids and calculated their relative amounts. What he found was truly breaking news to all your farmers out there. June 27th, next week, there's going to be a drought for at least 1 hour from 6 to 8 p.m. Just warning y'all, so don't try growing your crops during that time, or else it won't be effective. See ya. Thank you for that breaking news. But now let's continue on a reflection of Erwin Chargaff and his life. Wait, where were we? Oh yeah, his biggest discovery. So to continue the story, he discovered that there was a 1-to-1 ratio between adenine and thymine and cytosine and guanine. This was amazing because it allowed other scientists to calculate the amounts of nucleic acid in all of DNA through just knowing one of them. And it's a simple proportion that we can use to this day to calculate things in biology. Chargaff's discovery allowed many scientists to make huge discoveries after him. For example, his discovery laid a lot of the groundwork for James Watson and Francis Crick's discovery of the double helix structure, which is very influential towards DNA and shows the actual way DNA is made and built up. So to summarize, Erwin Chargaff was a great person and a revolutionary scientist and chemist. And one thing is for sure, even though he was never rewarded with a Nobel Peace Prize, his name will go down in history as one of the most influential scientists and chemists ever for his amazing discoveries. Thank you for listening to Channel 1 News.